set 2 years ago. We're presently at 22:25. So it looks good for a record if they can run up onto the mat and through there, of course. We'll find out who we've got here amongst our leaders. Don't forget there's a few Canadians in the field that I know some locals are very happy to see racing. But again, we've got about 12 countries that are represented amongst the athletes that are taking on the challenge with us today. So it looks as though we have indeed a new record. That looked like a 22:45 timing there, and it looks like it was Joseph Lampy, so we called it correctly.
Go Joe! Go Joe!
So you've got the man from Australia and the man from Denmark. We called it right. We thought Lampy may be the man to watch it. And of course, Rasmus Henning, an amazing athlete there, the man who has done so many things. Those two have both broken the record, and look at the amount they've got there. Don't forget Joseph Lampy, a winner of the Hervey Bay Triathlon. That was in April of this year. He raced in Port Macquarie as well. Last year got a fourth at the Ironman 70.3. And Rasmus Henning, we were so thrilled to find that he was here with us and taking on the challenge, of course. A gentleman that we expect to maybe be amongst the top 2 or 3 by the end of the day. Has won events like Challenge Road, and has been in Hawaii on his debut. He got a 5th place there as well, but he's won Ironman races, including Ironman China, and we've seen him at World Championships as well, and the European Championships, where he's taken a win there. So you've got the Aussie and the Dane there, 1 and 2, and well clear.
It's another tequila sunrise, staring slowly across the sky. Said goodbye.
Sorry if I got in your way before. Oh no, it's okay.
He was just a
part of the event.
Working on the dreams he planned to try. The days go by.
So we've seen 2 records, but don't forget these records will only stand as long as they finish the entire event. We're getting ready to welcome the 3rd placer now, coming up the ramp here towards the finish of the swim, and a brilliant time is going to be about 24:32 for our 3rd placer going through there, so congratulations. That looked like it's Rich Allen, number 34, who's next to go through into the transition area. So great job there for him, and again, we're delighted to welcome him for, I think, the first time here with us. So brilliant performance, and thanks for being part of the action, Rich. Rich Allen, who hopefully his wife Tonya is here with us as well. Don't forget he's been 8th in North Carolina. He's raced at the Muncie event as well, and has been to World Championships. Amongst them, I believe it was in Perth, Western Australia that he raced, and that was about 13 years ago when they hosted the event. So you've seen the top 3 men in the form of Lampy, Henning and Allen that have exited, and here we go. We've got 4th and 5th places now about to come through as we're looking at 25:25 on the clock for these guys. It looks like it's Jeff Simons from Penticton, and it is. Man who's been 3rd in the world, and behind him number 23, Ollie Whistler, another Aussie that's gone through there. So you've got 2 Aussies amongst our top 5 so far, and the top Canadian being Jeff Simons. Ollie Whistler, number 23, heading towards the transition area there right now. He did win in Yeppoon, that was in Queensland, the 70.3 there, did a 3:56.44. Jeff Simons himself, his PR is around 3:50, that was at the Great White North. He won that event again this year as well when he set a time of 3:55. In fact, he was 7 minutes up on Calgary's Trev Williams. Trev Williams, who set a new bike course record there, is also the bike course record holder here at the Ironman Calgary 70.3. Now we've got a group of 6 swimmers very close together here. We wait to see if we've got our top female. So you've seen Lampy, Henning, Allen, Simons and Whistler head towards the bikes, and great performances. Joseph Lampy leading out, Rasmus Henning just literally a second behind them, and we've got a new record for the swimmers. Here we go. We've got these placings are 6th through to about 11th place. We wait to see if we've got our top female amongst this grouping as well. It's Damon Barnett from Santa Monica. Lisa Mensing, the lady who's been a couple of times at the Olympic Games there from Calgary, representing the Netherlands. Derek Garcia from Post Falls. There's Magli Tassir, racer number 1 as well from Saint-Sever, Quebec. And Tom Lowe, the man from Ludlow in England, who's now gone through there in that grouping, all inside 27 minutes. So the top females separated by literally 1 second there, as the great Aussie Chris Lee has now exited as well from Melbourne, Australia. That's racer number 21 who's gone through to the transition area. Don't forget, he's done over 85 pro races as well. and he's been a 2-time Ironman triathlon winner as well as being a 5-time Aussie champion. So great to have him with us, and he's the top master of the day so far as well. He's out of Melbourne. Maggie Desir, the top Canadian female to go through there, although Lisa Mansing does some trains right now in Calgary, I believe. She's got Lance Watson back as her trainer as well, but she's been to the Olympic Games to represent the Netherlands and has been the top cyclist at ITU. She was voted that, I think, 2009. And Tom Lowe, great to see him with us, of course. Hopefully it would be nice if his partner, Chrissy Wellington, were also here watching the action. She's a step back from the sport, but of course he's known as Lung. There's a good reason for that. That man can run, by the way. He's gone sub 31 minutes for the 10k distance. As we have another group that are about to come through here. As you saw, that other wave of swimmers is now underway as the pink caps are getting ready. That's all the females that are getting ready. They'll be underway in 7 minutes. But right now we welcome Shannon Stallard. He's out of New Zealand. There's Jason Shortis, the 42-year-old from Australia, who's won up dozen in his career. And there's the top Kiwi. We've got Ollie Piggin going through there. He actually lives in Penticton. We've got Sarah Gross, who's been second here, and she's been second at Ironman. She too goes through in the women's division. And talking about other top women, Melanie McQuaid, 3-time world champion at Xterra, has also gone through there. She lives out of Victoria. We've got the Sunny and Cher squad that were amongst that group as well. So great to see us. It looks like Mackenzie Madison next up there. That's racer number 10, who's also made the move through with great times here so far. It's 28:46 by the looks of it. Mackenzie Madison, we've seen her take the third at Ironman Canada, by the way. She's a great run, and she set a 3:03 clocking there. That was 2 years ago. She had a second at Ironman Florida and been a winner at the events like Pacific Crest. Melanie McQuaid, what can be said about that lady over the years and what she has achieved? And we're just thrilled she is back with us and racing away. One of the very best Canadians ever. Don't forget, she's raced in Hawaii. Got a 5th place at the 70.3 there. That was an event that Chris Lee was a 3rd placer. We had obviously Lance Armstrong there. Heather Jackson has now exited as well. Don't forget, she won Wildfowl this year in a new course record. We saw Oceanside as well. The last couple of years she's been a 2nd there and has raced in places like Austin as well as Steelhead. She comes out with a sub 30-minute clocking for the swim portion of the event. She's out of Carlsbad, California, the 28-year-old. So we had age ranges from 24 through to 42 there with Jason Shortissy, a great Aussie, who's had a long and very illustrious career. He was the Aussie long course champion going back as far as 2000. Over the years, he's won Ironman Japan, Australia. He's been there right at the front of the game in Florida, amongst other events as well. So loves to race in places like Asia, where he's raced at Korea, Malaysia and Japan. And he's been with us in Canada as well. And when he was in Canada, he also stayed around to take on some other challenges, including the Summerland Sprint Triathlon, which took place the week after Ironman Canada. And then he was down in Vancouver as well and ended up taking a top 3 there. As we've got 3 more athletes that are about to exit. Then there's a group of 4 just about 20 metres back of them. So let's give them a big hand as these athletes now surface and head out. No one's any worse for wear, but you can see right now we're only 5 minutes or so away from the next start. As we just saw Trev Williams, there he is, the record holder in the men's division for the bike. He's gone through, he's out of Calgary. He's got Hedligi from Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania just behind him. That's racer number 12. And there's number 27 as well, Brendan Halpin from Missoula, Montana, who's been with us before, of course. So Gracie is Hedligi. We're delighted to have her with us, and we'll certainly wish you all the very best as she heads towards that transition area in that women's division. She's raced at New Orleans, Florida, Mooseman, Eagleman, Philadelphia, and had a good race in Rhode Island. She's got Monica Delitowicz there, the 35-year-old. She's got Hayley Cooper-Scott from Spokane, Washington, along with her, and Janelle Morrison from Penticton, who's back in action, and alongside Danelle Kabush from Calgary. And Danelle, we saw her recently in Stony Plain, of course, where she ended up winning the half Ironman distance there, the Great White North. And Janelle Morrison, who was back in action after 595 days from that terrible car accident and ended up taking on her first half Iron challenge once again. Close to her hometown, about 35 miles south of Penticton. She did the Desert Half and ended up with a win there and a 6th place overall.